Good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for March 14th. It's Wednesday. This is George Papsov from Trade Pro Academy. Today, we've got a really exciting day in the equity markets, and we're going to talk about a few things. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the markets overnight. We're going to talk about how Rex Tillerson's position being replaced and how Donald Trump fired him is actually bullish for oil prices and what led up to him being fired. And then we're going to look at the latest retail sales data out of the U.S. So let's jump right into this in today's morning market update. And let's talk about everything we just talked about that we're going to talk about. Makes sense? All right, makes dollars. All right, so overnight markets are as follows. Let me just minimize this. In Asia, Japan's down almost 1% down 0.9 at the moment, and closed down 0.9%. Hong Kong down 0.5%. China down 0.6%. India down 0.1%. So we're seeing weakness in Asian markets. And in Europe at midday, London was up 1/3 of a percentage point. Paris was up 1/3 of a percentage point. Frankfurt was up 0.2. In the futures market here in the United States, Dow Jones is up. A little itchy back there. Dow Jones is up 0.4%. S&P is up 0.3%. NASDAQ's up 0.4%. And crude oil is up 0.6%, back above $61. Yesterday, we had a huge sell-off in the crude market, and our members caught that short. In fact, one of our members caught that short to the tune of $1.15. That's $1,115 per contract in the span of 30 minutes. So it was a great move to the downside. And the great news is it started with regular analysis. There was no reason for you to find the short for $1.15. When the market moves big, that's when the newer traders want to know what happened, what was the cause. And at the end of the day, there may not have been a specific cause. It's just a good trade. It started out as a good analytical opportunity, good low risk, high probability trade that you get into looking for a couple points. And then it ends up being a colossal blockbuster type trade that'll be the biggest of your year. And that's fine. That's how the big trades happen. They start with looking for smaller opportunities and riding the trend and taking advantage of the moves when they come. So congratulations to that one member. He did phenomenally well yesterday. We're all very proud of him. A few other members caught the oil trade as well. I did not. I was trading the S&P 500. And the benefit of our trading community or trading room is the fact that you're going to hear from multiple traders who trade different products to keep you in line with the opportunities. First of all, to keep you aware of the opportunities, but more importantly, also to help you get an advantage by looking at multiple markets. If you're only trading one market, doesn't mean you shouldn't be looking at others as well. In fact, you should, because that's what correlation is all about. The more markets you know, the more skilled as a trader you become to trade your market. Very important point. All right. Futures here in the United States, like we said, markets up across the board. Gold is down 0.1%. Bitcoin down below 9,000. I've been saying this for the last few weeks. Bitcoin, despite the fact it's cheaper than it once was, is still in a downtrend. It is not the time to get in front of this and start buying quite yet. There is going to be an opportunity at some point, but how do you catch a falling knife is the question. And why do you ask that question? Think of this metaphor. Somebody throws a falling knife off the 30th floor of a building and you're trying to catch it at the bottom. Is it dangerous? Well, it depends on your strategy. I would say it's not dangerous at all if you get out of the way, go somewhere in safe shelter, let the knife bounce off the ground, fall back, and then you can pick it up, and that becomes a tool, not a liability. And that's how you have to trade as well. Don't try to catch those falling knives on their drop down. Move out of the way, let it bounce, pick it up. All right, cool. That's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Why did Bitcoin drop, by the way, so much? Down 5% almost. The reason Bitcoin dropped is because Google has announced they're going to ban all Bitcoin advertising on their network. All right, a lot of services and providers that focus solely on Bitcoin and not, look, I'm going to say it, this isn't going to be a popular statement, but a lot of Bitcoin traders are just Bitcoin traders. They're not traders overall. And the difference is if you're a Bitcoin trader and you know Bitcoin, you're exposed to a single market. So as quickly as you made the money or the opportunity, it's also a liability for you if there's changes in the industry. Knowing how to trade everything and anything makes you a versatile trader with an opportunity to do this for the long term, for it to become professional, to become your job. So I would challenge you to understand multiple markets back to our previous point. Now, the reason Bitcoin dropped is Google is banning all advertising on their network on Bitcoin services and on ICOs. So that's going to certainly impact the market. So stay tuned on that. There's more downside to come Bitcoin is what I'm saying. This morning we had retail sales, and then we'll talk about the Rex Tillerson situation. Let's go in here and review the retail sales numbers and how they came in. All right, we had an expectation of 0.4% was the forecast. The previous month release was 0.1%. So we had an expectation for higher retail sales. We didn't quite hit that hurdle. We hit 0.2% on the core number. The reason that's important is because we had less sales than forecasted. Yes, that number was higher than the previous, but the actual number came in well below, only 50% of the forecasted value. So weak retail sales are leading to a sell-off here in the equity markets early on in the morning. Yesterday, we had weakness in the late afternoon. Today, we're going to see if the bears could continue to press this thing through support levels overnight and much lower. In the last several weeks, since the start of February, really, the downside has really opened up in the early afternoon. And the mornings, we had a little bit of a slower price action style move. So keep that in mind. The sell-off may happen this afternoon once again. In the morning, look for an opportunity to sell rallies and get in on the early opportunity. Get in on the early move, sell those rallies, and see if you could ride that trade lower. All right, that's what I got for you. Rex Tillerson yesterday was fired by Donald Trump. Donald Trump had to leverage some of his apprentice skills and the "you're fired" tagline to Rex Tillerson. And the reason Rex Tillerson's removed is because he didn't back imposing sanctions on Iran. All right. And the reason he didn't back it is because they made a political move to remove sanctions. Iran has now started to produce and sell their oil in the open market. Donald Trump is in favor of imposing new sanctions against Iran. All right. And if that happens, what's going to happen? Iran will not be able to sell as much oil in the open market. That takes supply offline. And what that does is lead to a higher oil price, all other things being equal. This morning at 10:30, we have our crude oil inventories number coming up. It's a blockbuster number for us every week. At 10:30 on a typical Wednesday, unless Monday's a holiday, then it becomes Thursday. But 10:30 on a Wednesday, you have the opportunity to make your entire weekly income in 1 hour from 10:30 to 11:30. There's massive opportunity in crude oil. That's what we're going to be looking for in today's session. We call her Crudella. So we're going to be trading Crudella at 10:30 in the morning. Join us in the room if you want to participate. That's what I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this morning's market update. See you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We got to open up our trading room with our team, draw some levels out, plan of action, how we're going to attack this market, and then on the opening bell, execute. That's what this job's all about. It's not about having ideas. It's not about your analysis and how good it is. Analysis is basically like learning how to speak a language. All right, just because you know how to speak a language, it doesn't mean you're going to be bestowed upon with all the success and limitless abundance. All it means is you're in a country and great, you can communicate with people. Now, what do you say and how do you execute your strategy? That's the question. It's the same thing in trading. It's amazing that you know how to do analysis, but you just know how to speak. Now, what are you going to do with that language? All right, that's where you become minted a trader, your execution. So focus on execution. Don't focus on being right. Analytics leading to ideas is not good. Analytics leading to some executionable trades, that's phenomenal. That's what you want. You want to execute. It's a job of execution. It's a blue-collar job trading, not a white-collar job. See you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Good luck. Good trading. Manage your risk. Trade like a trade pro. All the best, guys. We'll have some volatility in today's session. It's looking that way for sure. All right. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment box. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I really got to get to open up our trading room with our subscribers. So I'll see you tomorrow. All the best. Have a great day. Manage your risk. Trade like a trade pro. Talk soon. Goodbye.